Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to go over a little bit of the background of Sandy Shores. So let's do this before the train comes. So Sandy Shores was actually once a really populated town back in 1960s. The town has recently gone under lots of people moving out. Look, it tells you right here. This population's this is probably old too. 3010. It's nowadays it's probably around 80. It's because Sandy Shores has getting so much population. People have started moving out because of all the job opportunities opening up, up here in Paluda Bay, which is based off of the real life Santa Barbara, or down here near Los Santos, based off the real life Los Angeles or Los Angeles. So you might be asking, why didn't they move out before that? Well, Los Angeles and Santa Barbara were still working out how they would become better, like how they are today. So when they started getting more income, they started getting more job opportunities for everyone. Plus you can be around your family inside the city more often, like Michael. So people from Sandy Shores, based off the real life Desert Shores, this kind of like real life history too, they started moving out of the real life Desert Shores and Sandy Shores to get better job opportunities and family time. So Sandy Shores has started getting more and more extinct to the day to day. And now it's run down by nothing but drug lords and people who like to get drunk and lots of crime. That's why there's barely any cops. Now let's go over a little bit of what Sandy Shores was once like. If we hop into Trevor's truck. Alright. You can tell it's from 1960s because of all the vibrant colored houses, which was a really popular design in the 1960s. Some businesses are still doing really well. Look at this gas station right here. Sandy's gas station. Sandy Shores' gas station. There's cars always parked outside of it. People are sometimes hanging out right here. There's call phones. This business is still doing pretty well to this day. It's a little bit run down because it's inside of a desolated city, but it's still doing really good to this day. And also the convenience store that's over here. And there's even some food stands. But if we go back to Trevor's truck and I drive around, you'll see it's not all good businesses. Alright. Oh, so it's a piece of brain right there on Trevor's thing. Alright. Trevor's trailer, that's Trevor's trailer. But you can tell that all these trailers, these were once real houses, turned into trailer park. That's right. Some of these trailers also were here since the 1960s. Look, this is a house. There's a dark blue house right here. There's probably one very vibrant blue. So this house, someone's still living there, so they're maintaining it. But as you can see, it's still pretty destroyed and desolated. As you can see, oh, there's people living here, and God we trust. But if we go over to some of the other houses, these ones are still livable. Now, if we go over to a little bit to the left side, the western side of the town, you can see it's not all the fun games. That house right there is pretty well retained. As you start driving deeper into Sandy Shores, you notice the houses have started to get more of that 1960s vibe, but more desolated and destroyed. It's because the city's starting to go abandoned. If you look outside, this is probably once an auto shop where they would repair your car. Now abandoned. Probably not as much business, if any at all. Some places are totally out of business. Maybe one of these parts are open, but the one right here is definitely not open. That truck might be parked here for the emanation for all we know. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Totally abandoned trailers, desolated. Abandoned in time. Someone left their car here. They didn't drive it. This car was probably made in 1970s. No one lives in this trailer. It's all abandoned, as you can see. Where did they go, you may ask? Well, they probably went to the city. Probably couldn't even sell this trailer. There's no way to get in there. But still, it's because this town, there's really nothing to do over here. If we continue driving onwards, The place gets even more desolate. Look, with some totally abandoned buildings on the left side of me, the right side of me too. A whole motel that was probably opened around probably 1960, and then it probably got abandoned in the 1990s to 2000s era. As you can tell, this was once a whole functioning thing. It probably was even abandoned not long ago, to be honest. To be quite frank with you. But now it's run down with homeless people living inside. Pretty sad. At least people get a place to stay, but still. And now if we continue going, you can see some businesses are still open. Like Trevor's bar slash drug lair. See? It's still open and running. Trevor probably took over the business, to be honest. But it's a liquor store. And this is an abandoned gas station. No one goes here anymore. There's lots of things around Sandy Shores that have gone abandoned, on the brink of extinction, or still running perfectly fine to this day. Now if we go over here, yep, down this road. This sign, does it say anything different? No. They can't update those signs, those are wooden signs. So if we go over here, let's talk about the law of enforcement. This ain't a good example, but still. That one car right there is probably from Toledo Bay, and the other one's probably from Sandy Shores. You can tell one of them is darker. There's really no police over here. There's a medical station over here. The law enforcement really doesn't do anything because they're scared of the Trevor and all that.
Hey, I think those are about to loot.
If we go over here to the runway, watch. If we go over here to the runway, it's going to show you a little bit more into the past of what Sandy Shores was once like. As you can tell, lots of palm trees got cut down. It's probably artificial. Some of them probably still grow to this day, because there's no palm trees growing out in the desert. We're here. This place is still up and running. They repair cars, but it was once better. And another abandoned trailer. Old rusty rundown plane takeoff station. And all of that. So you're probably asking this question. Why doesn't the government try to help? And why does the government keep the city up? Well, this is going to answer all two questions. So, as you can know, as everyone can know, there's a prison right here. The prison is where the criminals are. And if they want to escape, they have nowhere to go. Let me explain. If you go down towards Los Santos, there's lots of police, lots of heat, and lots of pressure. They'll catch you and put you back in prison again. But if you go out towards Sandy Shores, there's really no shops around. And there's so little shops that they would probably report you to the police. And yes, they can go to Toledo Bay, but that's so far away, why would they risk it? And Grapeseed, well, Grapeseed's another story, but let's just say that the farmers don't take kind to trespassers. So, with all that being said, why do they still keep Sandy Shores up? Well, as we all know, there's a humane lab over here that does experiments on humans and other animals, which is not legal. They're trying to get it off of the government, and the police station can benefit from this area. If they improve the city, the criminals may be able to escape. Plus, it's already run down and infested with lots of illegal substances and all that, so they just keep it how it is. So, that's pretty much all of the history of Sandy Shores. Let me guys know in the comments where you want more history from next time, and I'll see you in the next video.